All right, this is a damn shame, man. All right, this happened over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Sad news, but good. All right, the Most High is going to figure out a way. He's going to restore order, there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, for those who get out of line. All right, and this is a classic example. Excuse me. So you have this rapper out there in the Oakland/Vallejo area. All right, basically it's like Northern Cali, named Lil Theze. He tried to rob a man at a gas station. Okay, and video cameras are out in broad daylight now. All right, turned out this man was a retired Oakland police officer. Okay. A retired Oakland police captain, highly decorated, and he was in a special investigation unit, like a ceasefire, like a leader, the commander over that unit. Okay. For the Oakland Police Department. Now the incident happened in Vallejo, California, which is like 30 minutes 45 minutes outside of Oakland. All right, if you guys live in that area, in the Bay Area, you know what I'm talking about. And you guys probably heard this story as well. Okay, so this rapper, I guess so-called rapper, street rapper that is, Lil Theze, and four other men had walked up on this dude, tried to take his money or maybe his car or whatever. All right, and they get into a shootout. The captain, all right, who these guys underestimated, and they didn't even know this, all right, had shot the rapper, killed him, and he wounded two others. Now, I guess on the way down, one of the guys tried to fire back at that commander or whatever, and he's wounded and he's injured and he's at the hospital. So let's see here. All right, so as a result, you got the rapper Lil Theze killed. The police officer is injured and in the hospital, and you got two of Lil Theze's friends or whatever that's in the hospital fighting for their life, and the other two guys ran away. All right, and they'll get caught up. They'll catch up with them, or whatever. All right, sooner or later they'll catch up with them, probably in a few days. All right, there's nowhere those young men can hide. All right, because if you shoot a cop, particularly if you kill them, they can label you as armed and dangerous, and they will shoot you on sight if they label you that. Okay, so probably in that state, okay, you got every cop or whatever that's after them. All right, so more than likely they're gonna be checkpoints and so forth. That's just how serious it is if you call yourself trying to take a shot at a cop or you injure or kill a cop. All right. But the retired cop, I mean, he was, well, let me say this, all right? He was basically trying to help, I guess, demote like gun violence and so forth. So I guess he was just trying to give guidance, I guess, in what a lot of these young kids need, all right? Being that they grew up probably without a father, all right? They grew up maybe matriarchal. You know, some feel entitled, which you're not. Okay, so a little bit about that area. You know, California right now, they have terrible issues, and since probably like 1991, 92, it was a very thriving area, I think. But back when, let's say, when Bill Clinton got elected, okay, this happened with George Bush. He decided to close a lot of those military bases out there, all right, because a lot of towns or whatever grew up around that. Towns like Vallejo actually being one of them. When that happened, that means a lot of those towns went downhill because a lot of the spin-off businesses rely on those bases and all that. And as a result, around 2008, 2010, it's about 7 or 8 cities went bankrupt. Vallejo being one of them. I believe it was like Vallejo, Fresno, San Bernardino, Riverside. All right. Where my sister lives in Monterey Bay. All right. They had a huge base called Fort Ord. Okay. Had closed down. All right. Very large base. I think they had like 40,000 people there. And that hurt those cities a lot. Okay. Pretty much put those cities down in terrible unemployment. And when you have unemployment, yes, stuff like this will happen. Okay. Robberies, probably domestic violence, that type of stuff. All right. So again, and then on top of that, with defunding the police out there, particularly in Oakland, they have, even the issues are even worse. So this is making people want to arm themselves. All right. Man, this is stupid. All right. This is a really, really dumb thing that a rapper can do. My thing is, instead of him probably trying to figure out a way to promote, his music. All right. I don't know what you have to do, but there's different social media sites where you could try to sell your music. This dude's out here trying to rob people. Now, I don't know if this was a gang initiation or maybe that he was required to, I don't know, to kill somebody. Excuse me for saying that. Maybe to get initiated or get a record contract, okay? Because this stuff really happens, people. All right, but nevertheless, it backfired on him. Really, really sad thing. I mean, I just think if he needed the money, he could just do like a part-time job or something. All right. I mean, I'm just saying that there's other ways. Okay. Then other than that, they end up getting killed or end up going to, a jail cell or whatever. Okay. There's no punk move about going home. Going to your comfortable home, getting to sleep in your bed, getting yourself a home-cooked meal, all right, or being able to cook for yourself or getting one from your lady or whatever, okay, or your man there, ladies, all right, as opposed to going to jail. All right, and I can tell you right now, nothing's going to happen to that cop. He getting off, okay? That's self-defense that they've already labeled that. It's been thoroughly investigated already. That's already been called off. So you can just forget about that, all right? So there's not going to be any type of empathy or sympathy made for this young man, all right? He's just doing something he ain't got no damn business doing. And I know, again, that it's hard for some of these young people out here, but I think that you guys should know by now that if you end up killing somebody, you get caught up for drugs, they're going to come after you, though, okay? With all these different stories out here, particularly like more recently over the last years, all these rappers getting killed like King Von and then Mo 3. I did some videos about those guys, okay? Thinking that they're untouchable or whatever, all right? And those guys, they end up getting killed by their own people, okay? Fighting over like a petty amount of money, drugs, women, these scantily clad ass women. All right, and people gonna learn the hard way as the Most High is going to, again, he's going to bring things in order. So, that's what happened there. Hopefully, I wish a speedy recovery for the police officer. And as I leave, I'd like to say this. Feel free to subscribe, like, share. If you want to donate, $ Winston Spivey or SPIVEW1 at UNLV.edu for PayPal. All right. And for you guys that think you out there so tough or whatever, and based on what happened, now that's gangster. Okay.